these UFO sightings that been kind of trending on and popping, especially on TikTok.
Yeah.
You know, people just recording like, oh, this UFO being carried on a fucking 18-wheeler and shit like that. And it makes, I mean, I had this conversation with my cousins the other day. It was like, bro, do you see all these UFO sightings? Why do you think they're doing that? Or what does it mean? And I want to first talk into like let's say this shit is real, like the UFO sightings, like why are the aliens here and why are they fucking,
if they are aliens,
yeah, and why are they crashing, like why are they fucking
they
crashing
drunk. They forgot
yeah like why are they destroying their fucking planes, like because some of them are like destroyed, some of them in the air,
yeah,
are like,
well, a lot of them get like shot down,
yeah, and it's like, what the fuck's going on, like why y'all getting caught up, you know, why the aliens getting caught up, bro, why now, you know? Hey guys, welcome to the False Nine podcast with episode 118. We're here with another episode to talk about some interesting things that are going around the world. Are you okay, bro?
I wanted to do it.
Good. Good thing you didn't. Anyways, we're going to talk some UFC recap, Super Bowl recap, and then shit that's going on in the world. We got some balloons or UFOs, train crashes in Ohio, and Blackbuster movie that just came out. Ant-Man.
Did you say Blackbuster?
Yeah, I'll say Blackbuster.
Blockbuster.
Oh, Blockbuster.
That's
Damn.
not Blackbuster. It's Blockbuster.
Was the movie Blockbuster or Blackbuster? Nah, now I'm just getting it all confused.
The movie store?
Yeah.
Blockbuster.
There's
Blackbuster is not even a thing.
Damn, now I seem kind of fucked up.
Yeah,
I thought it was like Blackbuster.
No, it's Blockbuster.
Blockbuster. Anyways,
yeah.
Welcome to the show. Let's get right into it, people. So UFC 284.
Fucking robbed.
You think so? Like, well, obviously
robbery.
Alexander Volkanovski, Islam Makhachev. I mean, bro, we were turned.
Oh yeah, that was
it was such an amazing, like, let's, before we get to the robbery part or how we really feel about it, but let's talk about like the I don't know, man. Like I said it last week, I was like, this fight is like a really big deal, and bro, you've seen like two high, like just high class. I don't even know how, like, they're just really good at what they do.
Yeah,
and they were just going at it, bro, and it was just an amazing thing.
Yeah, very, very high level fighters. But I definitely think we both or everybody that was watching with us,
we're the only ones who were going for Alexander.
We're the only ones that were going for him, but
yeah,
I'm pretty sure we all had him like going into the fifth round 2-2. I'm pretty sure.
I thought
it was 2-2 going in the fifth.
I honestly still think that like Alexander won, like, well, I don't know. I guess you can give the Islam two rounds, but to me it was just like no question, you know.
Did you see the stats from the fight?
Yeah,
like significant strike, bro. Volk dominated. The only thing was takedowns, but he didn't do any damage.
But now that I'm thinking about it and we're speaking about it, I want to say it was like a high level fighters, but I think it was just the only high level I guess Islam did really good, but bro, Volk, like, he had an answer for everything. And takedowns, striking, grab, like everything.
He didn't really defend the takedown, but when he was on the ground with Islam, Volk was the one doing all the damage.
Yeah, because when he got taken down, like, it wasn't doing anything.
No, he just had him on the ground.
And like
Volk was like sitting there.
Yeah, and Volk even said, he was like, bro, you're hanging on for dear life. Like,
let's do something.
Yeah, and I even told you, I was like, bro, we're going into the third round, and Volk's like taking these takedowns or he's defending them, and like Islam has no answer. Like no answer.
Islam knew standing up, he was getting pieced up.
But he landed some really, really good punches.
Yeah,
really.
Who?
Islam.
Well, really, both of them did. Yeah.
But I mean, I was watching Volk's fights yesterday. I seen him fight. I seen the Brian Ortega fight again yesterday. Just cause. But bro, Volk always gets hurt. He always gets hit in the face. Like I noticed that yesterday while I was watching that. And I don't say that like he doesn't have good defense, but he can eat a few punches and he'll put himself in a dangerous situation to like capitalize on that, I guess you can say. But his performance though, like besides the whole fight, was amazing, bro.
Yeah.
Like I was even watching some John Jones fights on Friday because I want to get ready to like kind of talk about that fight when that comes along. But I was just like, bro, like watching Volk fight against Islam was like, I don't know, bro. It was just like class, bro, master class, like the highest level of fighting you could see on on UFC, bro. Besides John Jones, because I was watching his fights, bro, and I'm like, that guy's crazy.
John Jones is different, bro.
Bro, he's crazy, bro.
Yeah.
But besides that, but Volk, bro, I was just like, bro, this guy is nuts. And I mean, like I said, bro, he got taken down, and we were like really nervous when he did get taken down.
Yeah,
but
especially in the first time or second time.
It was like the first times we're like, oh,
he almost got his neck, and I was like, oh fuck. Like,
but the more he got taken down, the more he kind of Volk had an answer for it. Like he got more. I don't know if it was comfortable or he was like, okay, I know what to do now. Like it's, whatever. And Volk even said after the fight, he's like, I thought he was stronger. Yeah, he's like, I thought he had like more of a squeeze. He's like, and I didn't. He said like, that's one of those things that I kind of regret. Like I wish I was a little bit more aggressive on the ground with him because I didn't want to get caught. But I mean, it was the baddest, like the coolest moment. Well, there was two really cool moments, and they were on the ground. Ironically, is when he had his back and Volk was just like talking to him, just fucking punching him, and like, bro, when a fighter I think is doing that, and you're in fucking your hometown, you hear the crowd going crazy.
I bet his adrenaline was like pumping, bro.
Like, dude, that
was like so.
He was going off. He was, I don't know.
Yeah.
And then the way the fight ends, bro, is like, I don't know, man. It was nuts to see Volk finish on top.
I can't believe
and just fucking ground and pounding
after that 5th round. I can't believe they gave it to Islam, but I think they're trying to fit a narrative.
Yeah.
With Khabib and everything, because it was very clear to me that Volk won that fight 3-2. Like,
and I understand, like people like I see on the comments, they're like, oh, you guys don't know, blah blah blah, and I want to watch the fight again, and I will, but I'm like, bro, like, I know. We're not biased. You and me are not biased when we watch these things. Like we're really quickly to admit, like, this person lost or this person won. Like when we watch Conor fight, we love Conor, but we seen him get beat up, and we know he got beat up. We love Charles at one point. We seen him get beat up.
Yeah,
and we're just like,
Charles.
Bro, Islam got and we said it, and but it's just like. Volk to me did just not lose that fight at all.
And even Joe Rogan, bro, and his little band
I sent you
people.
that, didn't I?
Huh?
Didn't I send you that?
I think, you did send me that. Like,
well, they were just like...
They're professional, like, they literally get
Joe
paid
Rogan's
to watch these fights, commentators. And the other two, I think, were UFC fighters.
One of them is, he actually is like a jiu-jitsu instructor.
Yeah, Eddie something Bravo. Like that. But they all four,
bro, before
when they were watching the fight, they were like, oh, Volk,
they're like, he did it. He did it.
They were like, he
pound
got
for
it.
pound,
pound for pound best. Which is funny because Islam, and I think this tells a lot, that they're still tied for first.
Well, Volk is first.
Well, the new rankings came out. They're tied.
When did that come out?
Like yesterday, I think.
Oh, they're tied?
Pound for pound, yeah.
Because after the fight, those came out, and it was Volk was still on top.
Yeah, they got them. I think it came out, the last one I saw was like yesterday or 2 days ago. It's had them tied for first.
Nah, bro.
Which... I feel like they have to do that because Islam technically won, but
the thing is, like, like people who say all this and now is like, yeah, but you also got to give some credit to Volk for coming up in
weight class, yeah.
Like, you got to give him like half a point or a point because Islam's not doing that.
No,
he's not changing anything. And you can say like, oh, you're going up in weight class, Volk is thick, whatever. I'm like, yeah, but the fact is that he went up and fought like the number 1 or number 2 pound for pound. He didn't go up and fight like Dustin Gaethje, Chandler, or Poirier. Like he fought the champ, you know, and pound for pound number 1. And I want to say he manhandled him.
I think
especially in the 5th round, like he got tore up. And I don't care what anybody. Oh, blah blah blah. I was like, bro, Islam got outperformed in every way. He had more takedowns, but even when it was on the ground, bro.
But he didn't have a knockdown. Volk knocked Islam down.
Islam had one knockdown.
No.
Yes, he did.
Volk's the only one that had a knockdown.
Well, Volk admitted it to one knockdown. He said when he got in. Well, I guess I don't count. He hit his knee and he got right. Like he.
Oh yeah. Well, it didn't count on the
got
points.
Back up.
It didn't count on the points as a knockdown then. But
it's just like, bro.
And the strikes, like the scorecard was just so fucking one-sided. Like, if you looked at the scorecard, Islam and Volk, and I said, oh, Islam won that fight, you'd be like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Because it was just that. It was that unbalanced.
Yeah. I'm trying to pull up the scorecard. But like I said, bro, we were like, bro, he did it. I was so happy because I was like, bro, we just got to witness like greatness, and someone just achieved something like that's never been achieved on the UFC.
It was.
I have it right here, bro.
Oh, you got it already? Okay.
So I mean, we got the fight stats. I'll start from bottom to top. Submission attempts 0-0. Takedowns. Islam had 4 takedown. 4. He had 9 attempts, and he completed 4. Volk had 4 attempts and got none. And then the percentage, I don't know, it's 44% of his takedowns were, I guess, completed. Significant strikes. Volk threw 143 and he landed 70, so 49%. And then Islam threw 95 and he got 57, so 60%. So he had a higher percentage of landing. Total strikes, Volk threw 255 and landed 164. And then Islam threw 135. Volk almost threw double. And then he landed 95, so he had a 70%. So I don't know if they're going off like landed, because his percentage is higher than Volk's.
Well, the new scoring for the UFC, it goes by damage.
Oh, okay.
Damage dealt is how they mainly are supposed to score the fights now.
Yeah.
So if you looked after the fight, Islam was the one with all the damage to his face. Volk's face looked normal.
He had a cut, but it wasn't like Islam's.
Yeah, Islam was like,
he was beat up.
Yeah, and I saw a flashback picture to when Khabib's first title defense compared to Islam's, and Khabib's face was completely clear, and Islam's was like all fucking black-eyed, bloodied. But no, in my opinion, and most people's opinions, Volk definitely won that fight. But I think like I said, the UFC is trying to keep that.
I don't know
Khabib
why
narrative, like I
don't know why they would want to do that, like, because I was like, if Volk would have won, they probably still run it back. And then I still think Volk win. I don't see Volk losing to Islam. I just don't.
No,
I don't see it at all.
So in my opinion, the fight was close, but it wasn't too close to where
like Volkanovski was never in danger.
No, like except for in the first round. I thought he was in danger in the first round when he got taken down, but then he ended the round smiling.
Yeah,
I think it was the first round.
Yeah.
And
then but it's like, bro, if Volk stays in that weight class, can you imagine him fighting like Charles, Dustin?
Oh, he would destroy everybody, bro.
Justin Gaethje, but they would be amazing fights. Like, I'm like, bro, these are amazing fights to make happen.
Yeah.
I was like, now you got 2 years of Volk going through the division, and even if he wins or lose, but those are great fights to make.
I mean, he'd have to go back down and defend his title.
I don't think he will though, bro. To be honest, like
there's an interim.
Yeah, which they have the fight before.
Yeah.
But if I'm Volk, bro, I'm like, I don't know, bro. I would just prefer him to move on from that division and just have some, because he's gonna own that division, bro. There's no one that's gonna beat him in that division.
No, yeah.
Even this Yari Rodriguez guy, he was really good, and he did really good on the fight that we saw.
Mm-hmm.
But he was so skinny. I don't see him being a challenge for Volk at all, bro.
No.
But I think Volk should just focus on that weight class, bro. And
well, him and Islam are going to run it back. That's going to be his next fight. He said this is going to be his next fight. So
Islam don't want that smoke though, bro. But he's going to do it. He'll do it. So then there's a rumor, there's a conspiracy that Islam took IV
Dan Hooker.
before the fight. Yeah, Dan Hooker said, you think you can take IV in Aussie and nobody will know.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm like, and there's pictures of him with the mark, bro, and bruises. Yeah. Like, you can see it. So
I mean, I believe it.
And it's just like,
well, it's legal.
It's illegal.
No, well, it's legal to do it, like, but not over a certain amount.
But I heard it was illegal to do it before the fight because when you're weight cutting, you're losing all this water weight, and you're taking this IV to basically get it all back.
Yeah,
and go back at a heavier weight.
Yeah, I think I was reading that it's legal up to a certain, like, you can put a certain amount of water back in you, up to like a certain amount of milliliters.
Yeah,
but the thing about Islam is they're saying he did like way over, because you do have to rehydrate yourself. Like, yeah. So I think IVs are a normal thing to give you a certain, like, it's a very little amount that you're allowed to put back in your body that way. I think that's just what I read. It could be completely wrong, but apparently Islam like went way over that.
Yeah.
And that could have a lot to do with, like, that's very unfair.
Well, yeah, because if he's drinking all this water to go back to his normal weight, bro, because I'm sure he walks around, he has to walk around like 180, bro.
Yeah.
And I was like, if you're fighting at 155, like, people, and I think, I forgot who was saying this, just like, it was someone in MMA community was like, the max you can like refill up like in one day is like anywhere from 15 to 20 pounds.
I was gonna say like 10 pounds, but yeah.
But like it's like anything over that, like you are taking IV and like bro, 30 pounds the next day on fight night.
Yeah,
Like that's just fucking insane. And I told you that Islam looked way too skinny.
Yeah,
that
even
fight.
Volk said like
he was too skinny, bro.
He was skinny.
So I really think he had a struggle. Like he was struggling with his weight cut, bro. But who knows what that'll. And if he gets caught, like if this rumor's true, he's banned from
vacate the title.
He's banned
2 years suspension.
2 years suspension.
Yep.
So who knows? But I don't think they'll do anything about it.
Nah, because
he's a favorite, bro.
He's a favorite, and they won't. That was one of the biggest pay-per-views of all time. They want to run that fight back, so it's gonna get dismissed or whatever, in my opinion. And they'll run it back, and Volk will leave no question in the next fight, I think. So,
but bro, Volk, to me, in our at least for me, bro, I've seen McGregor. I seen a little. This is my cousin or my nephew. I mean, I seen McGregor. And I don't know who else I really seen that was like amazing. Khabib was really good, but I mean, I've been watching Volk's fights now for like a good 2-3 years, and like I'm really starting to see like, and now I'm looking at his past fights. That's what I do during work sometimes. Just watch UFC fights in the past, just to see how like their come up was and shit like that, and how like they've improved and if like they were still good, whatever, right? But I'm like, bro, to me, he's like going to be one of the best fighters in the UFC ever.
Well, a lot of people were saying that if he would have won that fight, like before the fight, they said if he wins this fight, he's going to be the GOAT. Like, because I think it's going to be hard to top John Jones for the GOAT. But
well, my argument against John Jones, we can talk about this a little bit. That like John Jones had a lot of drama, a
lot of drug use
in his career. So to me, like that just kind of takes you out of a GOAT conversation. I don't know. That's just my opinion.
Yeah.
Because to me, in a GOAT, bro, you got to be like top notch in every aspect, even in or outside of the ring. So, but I mean, we've seen like Conor have a peak moment. Khabib. I wish Khabib. I mean, the only good fighters that Khabib fought, bro. I mean, he fought a few, but to me, Khabib.
He had a lot of no names though.
Yeah, but Khabib fought Conor, Gaethje, and Poirier.
Yeah.
And to me, I was like, bro,
that's it.
Charles fought more people than Khabib.
Oh, yeah.
So he fought literally Chandler, Gaethje, Poirier, Ferguson, and Islam. Those 5 people already, bro, is like, and he beat everybody but Islam. And I think if they run it back, I think Charles beats him. To be honest,
Islam,
because I don't think Islam's that good anymore, bro.
No, honestly, after that fight, I'm like, oh, he's really not that guy.
Like,
he did manhandle Charles.
He's the truth. Like, he's good, bro. But
if he gets you where he wants you, I think he's great.
Yeah, because I think Charles got caught. Like, he made a mistake, and I think if anybody who's good at wrestling and jiu-jitsu would have got Charles too. Like, he would have lost that fight. I don't care if it was Islam or not. So I think. And I also think if Islam fought someone like Poirier, I think Poirier beats Islam Makhachev, honestly. And like I'm just being for real, bro.
That's a strong maybe because Poirier
bro
doesn't have that great wrestling.
He does though.
I don't think he's that great at wrestling. He does. Maybe.
And I'm gonna make a clip out of this, bro. Like I really think that Dustin Poirier could beat Islam Makhachev
because Oliveira choked him out, right?
Yeah, he got on his back and beat him.
Yeah, so I think the same would happen, but.
No,
obviously that fight will probably never happen. But
I want it to happen because I'm like, bro,
Dustin Poirier has a lot of work to do to get to that fight,
bro. I think Dustin is so good.
Yeah, but he's also past his prime, in my opinion.
He's right now. I think he's in his peak, bro.
You think he's peaked? I think he was peaked when he beat Conor.
Yeah. He manhandled Chandler. Not manhandled, but
he beat him up. Yeah,
he beat him up.
He beat him up. But he also got beat up.
He did.
It was a brawl for sure. But but Michael Chandler is really.
He's an entertaining fighter. That's it.
He's not a good fighter. He's a brawler.
Yeah,
and it's just fun to watch him. That man has no fucking defense.
Yeah.
But anyways, him and Conor is gonna be weird because Conor is.
I think Conor gets beat up, bro.
I don't know, bro, because Conor is more precise than any other fighter. So I think Conor does get beat up, but I don't think it's a brawl. I think because his timing and everything is so perfect.
Yeah, if he does catch it, it's over.
So he's got that left hand. He's fucking.
But anyways, hopefully they run it back. And,
they definitely will.
And we'll see Volk, be if he's not double champ, I don't even care, bro. As long as he has that belt, to me, I'm like, you're the fucking man. You're the fucking GOAT. So, anyways, let's move on to the Super Bowl. We both said this was a really good game.
Probably the best Super Bowl I've seen personally.
We were making not fun of it, but we were saying this shit like there's a script, there's a narrative, blah blah blah. Yeah. We put all that shit aside. Whether it's true or not, the game was really good. I don't think there was any missed calls. I think everything was great.
No, the game, it was a really good Super Bowl, like through and through.
Because there was that last call that was a holding or that pass interference call. You know what I'm talking about?
You mean
or was it holding? It was at the end, bro.
Yeah, at the end. It wasn't pass interference. I think it was holding. Yeah.
And it kind of like kept their drive alive.
Yeah.
Even though they were right there, but it kind of helped them get the touchdown.
But the Eagles were really good sports about that call.
Yeah, they were just like
everybody was like, well, even the guy that
he was like, that was the right call.
He was like, that was the right call. I just didn't think they were going to call it.
Yeah,
like I thought they was just going to let it play out. But
and that shit happens, bro. I mean, you play sports in your past. I play sports. I've done some cheeky shit where I do something and I know it's wrong. If I get caught, I'm like, fuck, I got caught.
Yeah, like I did it, but I didn't think it was gonna.
And he was honest about it. You know?
But even the coaches and all the players were like, and this is how I think everybody should be. But a lot of people say, "Oh, it's the coach or the fucking ref's fault." But they were everybody that got interviewed was like, that one play didn't define the game. Like we shouldn't even let it get down to that one play where it came up to one play as the decision maker of this game. Like they were all like super humble, and I don't like the Eagles very much, but I gained so much respect for that team after they didn't make excuses. They didn't make no excuses at all. They was like, we shouldn't have let it get to that point. Yeah,
and not like you said, not a lot of people like the Eagles. I'm a Cowboys fan. They fucking booed Dak Prescott when they were giving him that trophy.
That was fucked up.
It was funny and fucked up.
I'm like the biggest Cowboys hater ever, but I like their players and I respect Dak
especially for that trophy.
The Man of the Year award, bro. Like,
and then
come on.
Did you hear he was like fuck Philly? Like he was like he said fuck Philly, but obviously you can't hear it.
Yeah.
But you can see his mouth moving. That's what he said.
I do understand why he got booed, bro. But
I'm like, bro, it's the Super Bowl. Your team's in the fucking Super Bowl. Relax.
And this man just got recognized for doing good in his community. Yeah. Like doing good for the world. Like, why are you booing this man?
But yeah, like the Eagles admitted to the Chiefs were the better team that night. X, Y, and Z.
Which they really weren't, in my opinion.
I don't know how they did it, bro. Patty Mahomes.
But when me and you were texting, you were like the Eagles. I was like, I think the Chiefs got it. Like I think I told you this. Like every time we talked about it, I was like, I don't think the Eagles can win.
I just didn't see the Eagles stopping. I didn't see the Chiefs stopping the Eagles, but the Eagles had no answers for the Chiefs in defense. So
and Patrick Mahomes really did not do much.
I
thought Kelsey should have got MVP.
I think Patty Mahomes got MVP. I don't know why he got. He did really good.
No, he did do good, but
Kelsey did do good too. Yeah. So I don't know, but he's a quarterback and he's a big name.
But Jalen Hurts was the best player in that game.
He was. He was, and he kind of made me swallow eat my words because literally I said he's not that star player. He's a really good player, but he's not that guy.
Not the franchise guy.
I take that back, bro. I think he's that guy, and he's capable of taking that team to another championship. So
yeah, we'll see for sure. But it was the best Super Bowl I've seen for sure.
And the way they lost, I definitely see the Eagles making a really good run next season because they're we lost. Right now. Well, I don't know, bro. Just that they have a winning mentality, and I was like, once you have a group like that, I really feel like they can do anything they want as long as they stay like that. So we'll see.
Yeah, it's definitely a we'll see type of thing because the fucking Chiefs have been the only consistent thing in the NFL for the past 5 years. So,
but bro, Patty Mahomes, I want to just talk about him too, bro. He's really, really good. He fucked up his ankle, and then that play where he ran 15 yards.
Yeah, I was like, what the fuck? I thought his ankle.
And then people were saying he was on that perky. There was a video on TikTok.
They said they gave him that a shot of Trimadol or something kind of. They said they shot him up at halftime and he got out there. But he said in the interview he was like, as long as I run straight in a straight line and don't make any cuts, it doesn't hurt that bad. So
most when you sprain your ankle, you roll your ankle. If you run straight in a certain way, you'll be fine.
He looks so funny when he's running, bro.
Yeah,
he looks like a little kid running.
His laugh is so funny too, bro. There was
his voice.
Yeah, he's a goofy motherfucker. He's
goofy.
Yeah, but he's a baller. And
his resume compared to Tom Brady's at this point in their careers is
isn't it the same? Identical?
So much better.
Really?
Yeah. The only similarity is they both have 2 Super Bowls. But Patty Mahomes has 2 MVPs, more passing yards, way more passing touchdowns. Like everything between him and Tom Brady at this point in their careers is like Patty is like killing him.
Well, like I just seen the title of an article where it was like Kelsey said that Patty Mahomes can give Tom Brady a run for his money. So,
yeah, I think he's the only one that can.
Well, yeah, right now, yeah.
Honestly, yeah.
Yeah, so
Joe Burrow has a chance.
Yeah, but I think
he's already some Super Bowls under his belt. And he had that major injury, which might linger on later on in his career.
When he gets a little bit older.
Yeah. So, but yeah, Patty Mahomes is definitely on pace to be the GOAT. But we'll see. He's also got to play for 20 years. So.
Yeah, but he's really good, man. He's really good, and the Super Bowl is really good. I wasn't really too into it because, honestly, I was like kind of just like, usually once the Cowboys lose, I kind of disconnect from football a little bit. So. And I'm sure there's a lot of people with their own teams and stuff. But the Super Bowl is always a really good American event to happen.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun.
And you get together and you watch the game and eat some good food. So let's get into the more not spooky, but more weird stuff here. We'll talk about basically, in the U.S. Is it in the U.S. or just around the world? It makes it seem like it's in the U.S. only.
U.S.
right?
and Canada. Maybe.
Where
from what we are shown, it's like U.S. and Canada.
Like a whole bunch of first it started by that one balloon, right? And
the one spy balloon, yeah.
And we were recording. I think we recorded. This is the second or third time, and I knew about this balloon, but I was like, whatever. It's a fucking balloon. I don't give a fuck. I don't want to talk about this shit. But then, as soon as they shot it down, all of a sudden you start hearing about balloons and UFOs.
Yeah.
And we'll talk about that in a second, but. It's supposedly it came out to say it's a Chinese spy balloon, and then I was seeing that like since the U.S. shot it down, it was like an act of terrorism or act of war or some shit like that. And I don't know if that's all like headline shit or what, but my question is like why would China want to spy? No, Christian. Why would China want to spy on America? Like, why with balloons and what kind of information are they looking for? Or are they just trying to fuck with America,
I think it's like a mental thing. Like, because China, aren't they one of our allies?
No. I don't think so.
I'm pretty sure China is one of our allies.
I don't think so.
Maybe not. I could be completely wrong, but
honestly, I don't know either.
I thought China was one of our not allies, but not like somebody that we have a problem with. Like we don't have problems with China. Yeah, like Russia,
North Korea.
We got problems with them. But I thought China was one of those kind of neutral places, like not ally, but not enemy. They're just kind of a neutral. Mm-hmm. So I don't know why they would be spying on us or how long they've been spying on us. Because apparently I was reading that there's thousands of balloons. Mm-hmm. Up in the sky at any given time.
Yeah. Some
spy
shit
balloons.
Like that.
We just happened to see this one.
And they made a big deal out of it.
Yeah.
But, I'm not really sure if China's an ally or not. I honestly don't fucking think so. Because I really think China, Russia are like our biggest threats too.
You think they're our biggest threats?
Yeah. Because they're such a big country and...
Yeah. China definitely has a much bigger army or military or whatever, but they have like... No, like our military is so much better trained than any other military. So their 10 people equals our 1.
Yeah.
So they're like big, but they know they don't want these problems basically. Which is a lot of countries. They like bigger than us but they really don't want these problems. So
and but yeah, who knows what China? I mean, what's up with these balloons? And then it kind of ties into like these UFO sightings that been kind of trending on and popping, especially on TikTok. Yeah. People just recording like, oh, this a UFO being carried on a fucking 18-wheeler and shit like that. And it makes, I mean, I had this conversation with my cousins the other day. It's like, bro, do you see all these UFO sightings? Why do you think they're doing that? Or what does it mean? And I want to first talk into like, let's say this shit is real. Like the UFO sightings, like why are the aliens here and why are they fucking...
If they are aliens.
Yeah. And why are they crashing? Like why are they fucking crashing?
Drunk. They forgot
yeah. Like why are they destroying their fucking planes? Like, because some of them are like destroyed, some of them in the air.
Yeah.
Like,
a lot of them get like shot down.
Yeah, and it's like, what the fuck's going on? Like why y'all getting caught up? Why the aliens getting caught up, bro? Why now? are they in my head? I'm like thinking, I'm like, are they running away from something? Are they in danger from something?
Mhm.
Like why are they being shown a lot here? You know, or maybe they're just, I don't know, right?
Yeah.
But I'm like, why are these fucking UFOs like here? You know, without thinking of anything else. Like, why are they here? What do they want? And I honestly feel like it's like I feel like they're trying to send a message, almost like a warning, you know, or almost like it's coming, or be careful. That's how I see it, bro. I don't know.
I mean, it could be taken a lot of different ways. Like that's definitely one of them. They could be like, people think that we're like basically a simulation for these aliens. Like they're kind of our like God.
Yeah.
Like they created us. We're kind of like a science experiment.
Mm-hmm.
That's another kind of theory, is that they're just
Because
they come to just
because
see,
we don't.
Hey, how's it going?
We don't know what we are to them, I guess, either.
Yeah.
You know, because we can be good or bad, and I feel like they know more about us than we know about them. I don't know why I feel like that.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's very obviously very popular, because
Yeah.
if aliens are aliens or whatever, I'm not saying aliens are here or aliens aren't, but if they are, and all these spacecrafts are real, their spacecrafts possess technology that is like
More advanced.
way more advanced than anything we can even think of. Like they can go up, down, side to side. Like we have nothing that can do that, or just like light speed.
Yeah, instant.
We have nothing. So that's why it's always been a popular thing that they're like way more advanced than us, or they're above us, or they're smarter than us, like all these things. So I don't know. I don't even know what I believe, honestly.
And it kind of it feels so overwhelming. And this is the other side of it, that I think like, why are they showing this shit? Because before it was so censored, bro. Like,
yeah.
Nobody wanted you to talk about fucking UFOs. Nobody wanted that shit out there. And now it's like everywhere, especially the last few week and a half. It's just everywhere.
Yeah,
bro.
ever since the Chinese spy balloon, bro, it's been like,
and it's
everywhere.
like, bro, what the fuck? Like, why are you guys like, what's the and I know that the news and all that,
MO,
they all just want to push shit all at once. They do this shit on purpose. I know that's how they work.
It's absolutely.
And I was like, why are they pushing out this UFO stuff? And it's kind of suspicious as fuck, because I was like, bro, you guys just push this shit way too hard.
Yeah, it's like, if y'all have been trying to hide this since like the 60s or something, that they've been trying to hide UFOs and everything, they've cared about keeping it a secret so much, but now it's like all you see in your feed for like the past 2 weeks.
And it's like,
what are you
trying to hide now?
Yeah, like what the fuck is bigger than UFOs right now?
Yeah, and like, what are you trying to hide now? What are you trying to hide now? But who knows? I really hope it's all like gibberish, like it's just like headlines and story.
Yeah, but you also got to think. I wouldn't say it's necessarily the news and things that are pushing this stuff out. There are media outlets that are saying like UFOs or shot down, blah 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 blah. But it's mainly like social media is almost in control of everything right now.
What we consume.
Of what we consume and what the news has to answer about. Like social media, people always have their phones out, taking videos of everything.
Shit goes viral.
And the news outlets, the media outlets have to say, oh yeah, this is this. Like they have to answer to that.
It's almost like an obligation.
Yeah, so it's not, I don't think it's like something that they're pushing out to us. This is another, I always think they're hiding something, but it's not so much as they're covering something up. It's like, well, fuck, the population knows about this stuff. It's on video. Yeah. We have to acknowledge it so we don't look like we're hiding it.
Yeah. Or maybe they see all these people like doing it on TikTok, and maybe they're just really fucking thirsty for clicks, and they're like, oh, we gotta hop on this shit.
Possibly.
And like get the clicks versus social media beating us. Because if you think about it, bro, TikTok, YouTube Shorts, or YouTube, Instagram Reels, that shit is a threat to like media, bro.
Yeah, like because CNN, like all that. Yeah.
Because honestly, bro, if that shit was to be gone, you can just, or even now, like you can go see what's going on in the world on TikTok.
Like
you'll get your news on TikTok.
I get my news from Facebook. I
get my news from TikTok and Twitter, bro. I get all my like sports shit from Twitter, like everything, and everything that's going on in the world, bro. It's TikTok. That's how I get my ideas. That's how we came up with this shit. Was from fucking TikTok, and it's like, well, maybe these news outlets like they're scared or afraid of this competition, so maybe they want to create a bigger story than it really is. Yeah. Or like want to spook people, to get the clicks and the views and who knows what. But I think it kind of sucks that like, why can't they just be fucking honest about what the fuck's going on? You know, like, hey, this shit's not really a big deal. Because I also was telling my cousin, I was like, bro, what if this shit right now that's happening has been happening the last 10 years?
Well, I was gonna say like this shit has probably been like UFO sightings has probably been going on for 50, 60 years plus.
Yeah,
like,
and I was like, what if the amount it's been seen is the same? What if people are seeing this shit on the daily basis? Like,
it's probably the same.
Not just one person, but all over the world.
No, yeah, it's just more broadcasted now.
Yeah, now it's just like, now people can see it and it's new and it's like, oh my God.
Yeah.
You know?
And if one person sees it, like before phones and social media, it was like one person sees it, they tell a friend. They might tell a few other friends, and then it's just kind of like,
but then people be like, bro, you tripping.
Yeah, it's like, you're tripping.
Yeah.
And then they'll be like, oh, yeah, you're probably right. I was probably tripping. But now people have videos. So not only are they showing their friends and their family, they're showing billions of people around the world. These millions of billions of people are sharing it. So everybody's seeing it. So that's why I think it's the same amount of UFOs or whatever. But people now are.
And then people are more aware.
Got no video.
More aware, like, oh, there's UFOs. People now are maybe ready with their phones, like looking.
Yeah, they're just looking.
Or maybe when they see something, they get their phone ready, and you know, it may or may not be something. And now, if it is something, now it's on the internet, and now they're like, you know, they got their clip. So, who knows? That's another thing I was thinking. I was like, maybe this shit's been going on, bro.
And also, bro, a big thing to me is like, people are so good at editing videos now.
Yeah.
So that's another, like the video we watched together earlier, I was like, that shit's fake. Like that shit looks so fake. I was like, that's edit. It looks like it could be real. Like somebody dumb could probably fall for it and say it's real, but people are making these things up to go viral. But I think a lot of these UFO sightings or whatever are fake and edited and, you know, whatever to make them look like whatever, because everybody wants to go viral so they can get a check or be noticed or, you know, something.
And I definitely think like UFO sightings are real. Like, oh,
for sure, yeah,
100%.
The one that happened in Waco a couple weeks ago, that shit was real.
I still haven't seen it. I gotta see the video, but
yeah,
I mean, there's a documentary that I've seen about UFO sighting. Like, this guy did this crazy experiment. He's been abducted. I seen another video of like people. What are you looking at, bro?
What the fuck is that?
It's a little nail with something sticking out.
Okay,
something used to hang from there, but like I heard another video, like there was like this class or these people got in this room together because they all experienced like an abduction from aliens, and it was like a room of like 50 people.
Yep,
and they all told their stories and stuff like that. And this was a few years ago. This wasn't like 2022 or 23. No, this was like back in the gap. But that shit's just not shared or like it's not something that's pushed out.
Do you believe in like alien abduction?
Yeah. I do.
Yeah, see, that's one thing I don't really believe in.
I've heard crazy stories, bro. Like
I've seen and heard some crazy stories. It's just not something I personally believe in. But
my girlfriend's uncle has a story, and he speaks only Spanish, so you'll probably never hear it. But he says it like at one point he was in Mexico, and the thing that gets him the most, he's like, I lost track of time. Like there's time where I don't know what happened. And he's like, I have these dreams and stuff where like I have these aliens talk to me or like have somebody speaking to me, but I look back into that day and even the wife, bro, the wife of his wife, she believes that he left to go be with the lover, which may or may not be true because he could be either lying his ass off or this is a real story. But I guess I'll say the story now that we're talking about it, because I remember and I was like, damn, this is good podcast content right here. Yeah. But anyways, he was telling a story that he was in Mexico and that he got pulled over by these people. They had guns and shit like that. They're like, get off, blah, blah. And he got robbed days prior. So he was like, I'm getting robbed again.
Yeah.
And he said like he was, they were just talking to him, talking shit, like he was going to get robbed again. And like I said, he was scared because like, bro, I just got robbed the other day. Like I was getting robbed again. And then he said like literally he lost track of time. And then when he came back, I think it was 2 or 3 days later, when he came back, he was in the same spot at the same time of day. Like it was nighttime. And I don't remember if he said he had clothes or not. And then he came back home and his wife's like, where were you at? What happened? We've been looking for you. And that's when he was like, bro, to him, nothing happened. Like there was no,
it wasn't a few days. It was just like,
it could have been like seconds for him.
Yeah.
But when his wife was telling him like where you been, he started like to think like, okay, this happened, and then he would like he blinked. He was like, well, fuck, I don't really know what happened when, like I kind of just went blank.
Yeah.
And then he said like over time he tried to get some memory back, and he could swear that he got abducted by aliens in Mexico. So who knows, bro? I mean, I've heard like scary stories. I mean, there was this guy on Rogan who came in and had a very similar story like that, where he kind of just lost track of time and don't know what happened. And he just remembers seeing these figures and shadows and people dream about him and stuff like that. So,
yeah. I mean, I'm not dismissing
the
fact that alien abductions happen. I just don't really believe it.
It's really hard. Yeah, it's harder to
I'm like, okay, bro, like you got abducted by aliens. Like it seems like clickbait to me. Like not really clickbait, like, but people trying to get famous or have this crazy story. You know, everybody wants these fucking crazy stories.
Because there's books about this, and people may want to sell their books and shit like that.
So I don't really believe in alien abduction. If it's happened, it's happened. I'm not saying it hasn't, but it's just something that I find very hard to believe, because why the fuck would they abduct you? Yeah. You're not special. Like, most of these people have no differences in them between any other human.
But we don't know that.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, you're right. But I'm like,
so
they wanted to abduct somebody, like, go abduct fucking Elon Musk.
Right, yeah.
Or somebody like why are you abducting
like just any random anybody really. But who knows, man? Like, the aliens is a really weird I guess like topic, because like I said 10 years ago, bro, people thought you were crazy to think that UFOs and aliens were real, or to say that you saw one and or you read about it, and now it's like yeah, they're there.
Yeah, I always just tell people, because 10 years ago, you know, I've always been one to kind of challenge people's mind, like, or kind of be like a, what do you call it?
Like what?
A troll.
Oh, okay.
Like, I troll people. I'm like, why do you, like, what about this do you not believe? Like, why is it so hard for you to believe? Are you too cool? Like, so it used to be, I'd be like, if you honestly believe that humans are so fucking important, that we're the only living organisms in this big ass universe, you're stupid as fuck. Yeah. Like, you are so stupid if you believe that. Like, that we are so important.
Yeah, that's only us.
That it's only us. Are you like, come on. Like,
so, yeah, man, I don't know. I really hope, like, not hope, but I really kind of just, I hope we find like a conclusion. Like, you know, whether if we see aliens for real.
I just wish they'd get their ass down here, bro. Let's just live.
No, we don't even have to like live to get up. Like, okay, you're real. You come here whenever you want. And
yeah, we're chill. We're chilling. We're good.
And I really hope it don't ever create like Russia or us or North Korea. Like, we'll want to shoot them down. Like, oh no, they're a threat.
Yeah, bro.
Because that's another fucking thing. Because I was like, bro, you don't want the smoke with aliens. That's how I see it.
Yeah, because they coming down here when they won't. We've been looking for these motherfuckers for forever. And they know where we're at. They come here when they won't. Don't fuck with them, please. Because please, like,
all of a sudden, when you gonna see all these lights just.
Yep. Like, nah, please,
fuck
don't
that.
fuck with the aliens.
So we'll see what this alien shit concludes to, but I really think it's a big I think it's just headlines. I think it's all like
what's popping
distraction.
Right now.
Yeah, they're just trying to create stories.
But that's how I feel. I do think it's a distraction for right now. Yes, anyways, for what we're going to talk about next. So I think all this, like I said, the past week and a half, it's been a surge in all these fucking headlines: UFOs, balloons, spy balloons, China. Whatever. And it's taken everybody's attention except for like the tinfoil hat people who are like, why isn't this being talked about? Blah, blah.
And it was.
It's really not being talked about the train crash in Ohio. It was like 50 train whatever you call them, that derailed in Ohio, and they were all carrying
what is that chemical name?
Carcinogens, harmful substances, like just
toxic chemicals.
Yeah, just different toxic chemicals that they were carrying on these trains that crashed or derailed and did whatever. But nobody talked about it.
And supposedly, like, they had to like set more fire to try and control it, and it made it worse or some shit like that. So
they were trying to avoid an explosion. So they had a controlled burn of these things, which is really fucking stupid, because when you burn something, you're still releasing the chemicals into the air.
But I guess if it could have been worse, I mean, who knows?
Well, they say it could have been worse, but you don't know that for sure. They're just like, we're gonna have a controlled burn and burn this stuff, and release all these chemicals and carcinogens into the air, into the atmosphere, blah blah blah. So people are like, is it really like what's really their MO right now?
Yeah. When I really first seen like a first picture, I was like, this is not fucking Ohio. Like, there's just no way.
Yeah.
And then I think the next day I seen it again. And I was like, what the fuck's going on in Ohio?
Yeah. Like,
and then I started looking into it, and I was like, bro, these train crashes really, like, you know, whatever. Like, and
it's
it was
a big
like
deal.
Big smoke. You know, I'm like, damn,
yeah,
this is crazy.
it went like past the cloud line.
Yeah,
like
I was like, wow,
smoke, yeah,
that's crazy. And I guess the craziest thing about it is that like these toxic chemicals, people are saying, and there's stories out there that they have like cattle or animals, that their animals are just dropping dead. I mean, I seen a story where I was watching something right now or earlier today where like this lady had her chickens and they were all just dead.
Yeah,
and they just all died because these toxic chemicals were in the air. People having headaches, fishes in the water, they're just fucking floating.
It's just fish.
It's fish. There's no the word fishes.
Fishes doesn't exist.
So fish in the water were floating because they're fucking dead. You know.
Yeah, I think they just now said after however long ago that the water is safe to drink now.
Oh really?
What I was reading earlier at work, I was reading about it, and they said the water is safe to drink. But if I live there, bro,
bro,
if that stuff gets in the water, this is all stuff that causes like lung cancer, liver cancer, heart disease, like just different kinds of things. So if they drink that water, breathe this air, maybe not now, like instant side effects, but over time, you know, they're going to start developing these things, that's scary as fuck,
yeah,
bro.
that's another thing. Is like next thing you know, like in 10, 15 years, like you're going to be all these people in Ohio with this type of disease like or cancer.
Yeah, cancer, but it's going to be dismissed as, oh, it's cancer, it's natural.
And I'm like, damn, that's crazy. But yeah, I think that's a topic or a headline or topic in general. Like, it's not being spoke about enough. And then, honestly, like, they need to either do something where they make the air safe enough to like breathe in like every day. Because honestly, if that shit's all around and you're consuming that shit every day, bro, I mean, it's just bad for your body.
Oh yeah,
you know.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, a lot of it's really bad. The people did get what do you call it? When
headaches?
When people get like told people did get evacuated.
Oh yeah.
We're told to evacuate. But then I mean they came back and like you said, they're dealing with headaches and fucking animals dying and shit, so it's obvious that the air is still not good there.
Yeah.
I think it's just another method of population control. I'm a firm believer in population control.
Bro, that's just scary, bro.
It is scary. It's so scary. Like, because there's so much control over us.
North Korea is trying to do that shit. Or they're doing that shit.
Yeah, I don't even think it's North Korea, maybe, yeah, but I think it's also our government. Yeah. Like, they just want to kill people, population control, because eventually the world's population is getting too big for the world to sustain life. Like, not enough resources, too many people, so they're trying to.
And I can make a really good argument about that, but like, cause there is honestly enough land for humans.
Oh yeah,
but there's not there's not enough like livable environments. You can say like homes and stores, and there's a lot of people that need to do certain things to make food and
and then the more humans you have, the more pollution in the air.
Yeah.
So I think population control is a real thing. I think that's a good podcast topic, to be honest. That would, because there's a lot of different things we could talk about for population control, like the whole fucking
conspiracies,
100 years worth of shit.
Yeah. So we'll move on from that, but I'm gonna write that shit down. But anyways, there was another train crash in South Carolina that, and then there was, I believe, another one. So I think it's 3 in total. Mm-hmm. And there was another 18-wheeler that crashed into a train that had hazardous materials. So it's kind of just, I don't know, it could be a coincidence or it could be suspicious. Like, why are these trains crashing and why are they releasing toxic chemicals?
Yeah, like, why are these trains crashing? Yeah. Like, the ones that are carrying this shit.
The toxic chemicals. Yeah. But who knows? Who knows? Sorry. Damn.
Damn, you good?
I just burped. But anyways, let's move on to the last topic of the show. The Ant-Man Quantumania. I like that movie.
It was good.
It was a good movie, but like we both said, we couldn't really figure out what it means for the MCU universe. And spoilers, if people are watching, we are
spoiler alert.
Yeah, spoiler alert. Sure. We want to let them know. But yeah, we don't really understand. I'm not a big like MCU guy. Like I love watching the movies, but I'm not like too nerdy and geeky about it.
Yeah. See, and
I don't know about you.
I really am kind of nerdy and geeky about the MCU, but not to the point where I didn't read any of the comics.
Yeah.
So I'm not that nerdy about it, but I've seen every MCU movie. I know the whole storyline. I know why things are happening, stuff like that. But this one I couldn't really understand, other than it was kind of a pointless movie to bring in Kang the Conqueror.
That's how you feel, right? Like,
that's how I feel. I feel like it was a very, the Ant-Man part of it was not as necessary. It's just the movie that they picked to introduce Kang the Conqueror, and maybe it does follow the comics. I don't know because I didn't watch the comics, so maybe that is how he was introduced.
Because I saw some comments on TikTok like that's how he was introduced through Ant-Man.
And I guess Ant-Man, him and his family is really the only ones who messed with the quantum realm.
Yeah.
So I guess now that I'm talking out loud, that kind of makes sense that Kang was introduced in this movie because that's where he got exiled and all that stuff. But really, really freaking good movie. When it first started, I didn't really think I was going to like it because it started really slow.
It did.
Like, it had a really slow start.
Yeah, and I always felt like the Ant-Man movies to me were really good, but almost kind of like not necessary. Yeah. But they were also like it was like a big deal when like the last two movies for the Avengers for was it Infinity War and Endgame? Like he played such a big role, but I don't know, like the Ant-Man's movies are so weird because like they're important, but they're kind of like not.
Yeah, he's like the one superhero that you're kind of like, he's cool, but you know, why is he here? Yeah, like, what's he doing here?
Yeah,
yeah.
But the movie, like you said, it kind of did start off slow, but I think once they got into
got sucked in.
What is it called? Like the
quantum realm.
The quantum realm. That's when to me it got really good. You know?
Well, even then, I feel like it still took a minute because at first it was them exploring.
Yeah.
The quantum realm, like where are we at? Blah blah blah.
And like
to me, it didn't get.
Damn.
I just knocked the fuck out of myself. To me, it didn't get good until like the fucking MODOK, whatever his name.
Oh, when they came.
Whenever he was whenever he came into the movie, and that's when all the action really started for me. I was like, oh shit, okay.
And that was like a good 30, 40 minutes.
Like 45 minutes in. Yeah.
So,
but then after the action started, it kind of like it was consistent from there.
And another thing we said, it was like a very I don't know what the word is, but like very colorful, very like trippy. Bro. Like if you were on some acid or even high, like I bet you were having a good fucking time.
Yeah, like I've never done like acid or shrooms
or any psychedelics.
I've never done a psychedelic, but I've heard like when you're doing psychedelics, like lots of colors and patterns and stuff like that is really like trippy.
Yeah.
And that movie had a lot of colors, a lot of weird fucking alien shit. Fucking aliens were broccoli heads.
Yeah, it was trippy.
I was like, bro, if there's any time to be on acid or psychedelics, it would be now. But kids don't do drugs. But I'm just saying, like, I bet that movie would be trippy.
Yeah, and I wonder if it had to be done like that for a reason, and who knows their motives behind that.
Yeah.
But it was really it was trippy, and I like that though. I like that it was like because I guess you can call it CGI or whatever, and the acting
was so good.
It was really good, and Doctor Strange, I think CGI, I fucking hated it, and that's why I left watching that movie early. I left that movie, bro, but the acting was good.
Into the multiverse, the most recent one.
The Doctor Strange one, yeah. Damn, bro. But I mean, I finished watching it eventually, like at home, but. This one, I like the acting. I like the actors. I like the CGI. Everything about it. I was like, this movie I liked it. It was great. But again, not really understanding the point of it.
Yeah.
It was just a good movie. But I guess we'll talk a little bit about the post credits. Like, all those canes kind of get together and they're going fucking crazy.
It honestly made me excited because in my head, in my mind, obviously, just watching the movies, I've never seen Kang, but I do know a little bit about Kang from the comics. I've never read the comics, but just hearing about it, he's like that fucking guy. When it comes to villains in the villain universe, like you have Thanos, you have Kang. They're the two, like, those are those guys.
Yeah.
So you have a fucking million Kangs.
Yeah.
So it makes me excited to see the next Avengers movie, because I don't see how the Avengers could beat Kang or the Kangs, and I'm like,
and it definitely has to do with like the multiverse and like quantum. What is it? What's the word again? Quantum.
Quantum realm.
Quantum realm.
Well, yeah, because the Kangs were the only ones that had access to the multiverse.
Yeah.
So now he was like, hey, they're gaining access to the multiverse. Like,
yeah, because that's what happened in Spider-Man.
We got to stop this shit. Huh. So I think the next movie that Kang's in with the Avengers is going to be like,
and then
fucking
Guardians of the Galaxy is coming out too.
Yeah, it's like soon.
One. It's like I think it was May. I think May or March.
Yeah, I think it's March. I think it
was
soon.
an M. I don't know which one. It was.
It's soon though.
But that movie is going to be exciting too. Like really exciting.
It's the last one.
Yeah,
that's gonna be sad. But
again, back. So at the end, what tripped me out, and this is besides the movie, kind of just concluding here. But at the end, you can kind of see these lines, and they're like, and they open it, and they're messing messing with the timelines, and those lines are like us in our timeline.
Yeah.
And I'm like, damn, bro, what if like we are just little waves,
squiggly lines,
and like maybe there is a big person or kings or queens, whatever, watching over us, making sure we don't fuck up the timeline, or people are not crossing over and time traveling and jumping from different timelines. And I was like,
yeah, it's crazy because these movies seem like they're so fictional and so far fetched, but like they also, if you really look at it, you're like,
this shit could be real.
This shit could be real. Like this, they might be like.
And that's what my girl was saying at the end of the movie. She's like, besides the superhero shit, she's like, it was trippy because like that shit could be real.
For real.
And I was like, yeah. I was like, man, like who knows like what kind of timeline we're in.
Yeah.
And even like Kane was saying like, you're Thor, I killed Thor. Yeah. You know, I killed so many Avengers already. Yeah. And I was like, damn, bro, like what if we have all these timelines and all these universes and stuff like that. And, you know, what if that's why we have deja vu, or maybe that's why we dream about certain stuff that seem, I don't know, bro. I don't know. It's all trippy, but
it's really cool though. It's really cool
it is really cool.
Cool to think about.
So the movie was good. I recommend people to watch it.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. And
I really think later on the movie's gonna make more sense once more movies come out.
Yeah.
You know, because I mean
that's how Marvel does.
Yeah. Because there's a lot of movies that when I watched them first time, I was like, eh. And then later on, like, gosh, this meant so much.
Now I know what this movie.
This movie meant so much in fucking Infinity War or Endgame. So
exactly.
Yeah. But yeah, I think I don't know. We got Guardians of the Galaxy next. I'm not sure what's after that. I know there's the shows and stuff, but I don't watch those.
Yeah, me either.
But I don't know if you got anything else, bro.
No. It was a good podcast. Good episode.
Good episode.
Shizzle.